everyone, it is Trish from Life is Their Mom, and on one of my Project Life groups that I'm part of on Facebook, there was a question recently about how to create an artsy looking Project Life page, specifically one that was sort of artsy-ish like this one by Magda Bolinska. It's a page, it's shared on a Project Life group on Flickr. I'll leave the link to the page in case you want to examine it yourself. So I gave the person some recommendations of some different products and stuff to try, and I thought it might help some if I sort of went over what I'm going to do to use to create one. Here are some of the products that I have out to use. Hold on, let me make them all visible. I pulled up all the folders first and then had to go through and make sure I had all the stuff out that I meant to get out. So, okay. The page setup and stitches that I'm going to be using are the 365 Unscripted Stitched Grids by Tracy Reed from Sweet Shop Designs. I'm going to have a few cards that use the 4x6 collage cards, also by Tracy Reed, also from Sweet Shop Design. Most of my Project Life stuff is from Tracy Reed, which is why you'll hear by Tracy Reed from Sweet Shop Design. Another product that I'll be using is the 365 Unscripted Die Cut Volume 1 cards by Tracy Reed. I'll be using the Hey Mister paint splatter brushes from Cara Fredericks from the Lily Pad. I'll also be using the Background Noise watercolor brushes by Jen Barrett from Sweet Shop, and her Background Noise elements by Jen Barrett. These are at Sweet Shop. The preview is from when I first got them, when she was guesting at the Lily Pad, but I do not believe they're available there anymore. You have to get them at Sweet Shop. I'm going to also be using the Get Artsy I'm never sure how to pronounce it, gesso, or I'm not sure, but the word's right here. You pronounce that how you like. And it is also by Tracy Reed from Sweet Shop. I'm going to be using the Get Artsy Happy Tape by Jen Barrett, also from Sweet Shop, and the Clippy Frames Volume 4 by Allison Pennington from the Lily Pad, the 365 Unscripted Oh Snap Ellies by Tracy Reed, the 365 Unscripted Iconic Flair by Tracy Reed, Sprinkles Volume 13 by Valerie Wibbins from the Lily Pad, and the Once Upon an Imagination collaboration by Jen Barrett and Allison Pennington, which you can get at Sweet Shop Designs or at the Lily Pad. Okay, first things first, I'm going to be moving my papers over onto my template. Not really a template so much as a grid, but you get the point. If I can figure out which window had my papers. There we go. The papers are from the Once Upon an Imagination collaboration. I'm not going to be using too much from that, mainly just the papers because they were pretty good neutrals, and a few doodles. Okay, so I'm not using that one yet. It's going to be my very background. And let's put all those together. There. And next, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be putting my photos on. Okay, so I have all of my photos placed here. I've got it going. It is a Monday to Friday look. I've got Monday. I'm doing a typical week in my life sort of look. This is not generally how my Project Life pages look at all. I usually go much more detailed. This is just an example. This is Monday. I want to start with the typical view, which is folding clothes. I spend most of Monday and Friday folding clothes. There's Monday, there's Tuesday, bedtime. Hate putting him down to sleep. Wednesday, church. Thursday, Bella coloring outside with chalk, and Friday, more housework. I thought it'd be neat to open and end the week on the same views. Though I might switch the Thursday and Friday. Let's just see that real quick. because they don't quite flow the way it goes. It's not going clockwise, it's going row at a time, and I don't think I like that, so leave them the way I have them. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to place some of the paint and splatter type elements going around my page. Okay, right now I am fine with the amount of paint that I have set up. It might look like a lot, but it's really not too much. What I did was I brought in several of the background of the paint splatters from the Background Noise Volume 1, and some of the paint that was included in the Once Upon a Imagination. Now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to use this die cut card from the Tracy Reed Unscripted set. And I'm going to place this right here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use it to create a mist onto my page in a few spots. I'm thinking probably right here and right here. To create my mist, I placed it where I want it. It doesn't matter right now where I put everything else. I'm going to create a new layer over it. Then I'm going to go back and I'm going to select the layer. And then I'm going to click Control. And then I'm going to click on the layer icon. Not the words, just the little preview area. And that gives me the marching ants going around just the die cut. Then I'm going to go to Select Inverse. And I'm going to pull up one of the Hey Mister brushes. I'm probably going to play around with several of them to fill in the card. And I'm going to pull out this pinkish color from the chalk. And I'm just going to sort of push the brush around that. And then I'm going to take another brush and let's pull the brown from her pants and do that right there and there. Get rid of the little marchy ants. Oh drat. Well, what you're about to see is I completely messed up and did it on the die cut area instead of the new layer. So what I'm going to do now is go to my magic wand tool. If it's not already on your magic wand, you just right click and select magic wand. I'm going to select the black, just the black from the layer, and cut that. So there. I guess that works too. Then I'm going to pull this all the way down to above my paper. And that gives me a mist effect. It's a little dark for what I want. So I'm going to right click on it. And where it says underlying layer, I'm going to pull it over until not much of it shows. And I'm going to click Alt. And then click on the little black triangle again. And pull in the other direction some. Until I get it about the level I like. And I'm probably going to change my blending mode. Oop, not that. Multiply. Bring it down some. A little more. And that's how I have that. The next thing I'm going to do is bring over some of the date elements that I have. So I have my little date flares set up where I want them, and now I'm probably going to bring over some tape. And I don't have a whole, well, I have a whole lot of tape open, and I'm probably not going to use it all. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out the ones that I really like and place them around with it. I have a perfect word art that I'm going to put with this picture, so I'm going to put the photo tape with it as well, so that it sort of builds onto it. Okay, oops, accidentally clicked that. What I like about the Get Artsy tape and why I chose to use it is it does have good edges. Some tape has really straight edges, and sometimes, you know, you need a messy edge. A lot of times it calls for a messy edge, especially if you're doing a art journal-y type page. And if you want to get your tape, you know, clipped to your thing, you just pull it over the layer you want it clipped into. see, like, I don't want it hanging off that edge, and I'm just going to right click it and select the create clipping mask. I'll be doing the create clipping mask with this tape also, probably, maybe, I'm not sure yet. I am working this page along right with you. I've not had it planned out or anything ahead of time of what I was going to do. Probably I should have, but I didn't. Oh, selected the wrong layer there. I really like to layer tape pieces together. It makes me happy. Which I'm sure is incredibly silly, but it's true. They make great layerers. Oh, let me move that up one more. Try to get that just there. Actually, it does not really seem to go anywhere with this piece, as far as I can tell. I really want it to, but I don't know. We'll leave it there and see. This seems to go much better right there, so I'm going to move that there and delete that one. Ooh, but then it goes right along with that, doesn't it? So, there. I like that. Sometimes I can't decide if you can have too much tape or not enough. It just depends. I'm thinking I'm about to be bordering on the too much tape. And I think I'll probably just be done with the tape. If I can't find anywhere, use that right there to help border that. And be done with the tape. So after tape, I'm going to layer some of the gesso pieces. Okay, now my gesso pieces are layered on there. One thing you should know, or what I try to keep in mind with all my art journal pages, is it's okay if you spent a really, really long time on one part of your page and then you end up covering it up with something else, because, you know, it still shows some. I spent a while on my misting, and as you can see, I just put a gesso whatever piece right over it. Same with figuring out what to do with the tape on this piece. I just stuck a piece over that and over some of this tape. But it's okay, because you can still see the parts of what I did, and all the pieces together are what make it look like the art part. Now I'm going to throw in some of my doodles onto my page, and then I'll be adding the more bulkier elements, and then we'll be doing the journey. Okay, so I have the stamps and the doodles all added to the page, and next what I'm going to be doing is going in and adding some of these smaller elements scattered throughout the page. Now that my smaller elements are scattered throughout the page, and when I'm asked how to do that, usually I just move them around until I think they look nice. I'm going to add some of these flatter word strips and journal strips around the page to add places to write on. So I have all my word pieces and flat pieces and journal pieces all added in and ready to go, and all I have left to do on this is to shadow the page and to add any actual journaling and dates, and that will be it. And you can see the finished page under the video. I hope this helped you with trying to figure out how to do an art journal styled project life page.